Hey, what's up YouTube? It's Afol Man, and I'm bringing a video for you guys to show you my BrickLink store and kind of give you some tips on running a BrickLink store. So here we go. So here we go, guys. This is my BrickLink store. As you can see, it's mainly stack-ons is what I use to store. And as I said, I'll give you guys some tips and some things I've kind of learned along the way. Now, this will probably vary from one person to the next on how you want to run your store and store your bricks. But I have learned a couple things that when you're smaller and then you start to go a little bit bigger, it kind of makes a difference. Now, we're all probably tight on space, so what we end up doing, at least in my case, is stuff like this where you put more than one thing in one drawer. As you can see here, there's looks like maybe three. There's a wheel, a slope, a modified plate. There could be even something else in that same drawer, which is fine because, I mean, you got to put it somewhere. But the problem comes when you start to add a lot of pieces to your store, and then you go to try to add 100 more. Say I part out a bunch of sets and I get like 500, or let's say 50 more of these wheels. So then when I'm putting stuff away, I have to set that aside, move it to a bigger drawer, maybe even a cup. And you know, that's not bad if it's one or two things, but as you start to get bigger, you end up spending half your time doing that. So if you plan on scaling up, I would suggest, you know, doing one drawer, one lot, if that's possible. Now, obviously, for me, that would probably never be possible because, you know, I have roughly, right now, I have like 50,000 pieces in this, which you see. And so a lot of that, there's very rare one drawer, one lot. Most of these are multiple things in one drawer. And that just seems to work out best for me, like I said. And then I do use cups for bigger things, friction pin, you know, a whole cup of friction pins, wheels, the things that we get a lot of and then we typically don't even sell much of. And then I do have storage bins. Now, if you're going to scale up real big, you know, like, you know, 500,000 pieces, you should probably just start off with something like this and then just fill them up with pieces because, I mean, that's 500,000 pieces or 400,000 pieces is a lot. Now, my goal is to get to 100,000 pieces. And as I said, right now I'm sitting at like 50,000. As you can see, 50,000 pieces takes up half of my shed here. And about, I don't know, 20 stack-ons, cups, tubs. And I also do want to show you, I do have some drawers over here that I'm using the Lego sorting trays. Like these two bins are full of those. And, you know, that's not bad, but the only problem is figuring out where you have an empty lot. Like you gotta, say I had an empty spot down there, I gotta find that spot, put something in it. And every time I take this up and down, there's a chance I could drop it and, you know, just cause myself even more work in the long run. So that's really why I'm trying to get away from doing the drawers with the sorting trays, because there's just too many chances of error happening there. As you can see, I kind of working on SIG towers, so I got that, some of it sitting over here. And I want to show you another thing. When you start off a BrickLink store, don't buy these at Walmart because you get like 5 for $4 or whatever. You can buy a whole box of shipping envelopes like this from eBay. That's where I got these for like $18 free shipping. And this is not even the whole box. I've already used a lot of it and moved it to a smaller box. I can't even remember how much you get for 18 bucks, but it's a lot. And I really try not to charge any extra for shipping. So you really can't be losing a bunch of money on shipping if you're not going to charge an extra fee, because I have no fees in my stores. And for a long time, I charged exactly what shipping was, like $1.93 or whatever. But now I have upped it to like $2. So I'm making a dime basically, or 8 cents off of each package, just to help pay for the envelopes. And you know, I used to have some of my store in trays like this, which is, you start to run into the same problems as I mentioned. This small little lots, you can't add too much to it. It's hard to get it in and out whenever you need to get something out of here. And you don't really know when you have empty holes to put stuff back in because it's buried somewhere. So, you know, when you have an empty drawer, you can just pull the drawer out, set it to the side. And then, you know, I can put something else in there later. Or you can just leave it pulled out if you got room to put something else in. Like, I could probably put something else in there if I had to. So I could just leave that pulled out, throw something else in there. And then to sort, you know, I do use some of these sorting trays from Lego, which are hard to come by now to sort Lego. But mainly what I like to do is just when I have empty drawers or a new stack on, is just set those drawers out and then just put everything in there. And then whenever it goes somewhere, I put it up, or if it doesn't go somewhere and it's already in the drawer, I just mark where it is in the remarks, and there you go. So that's kind of a gist of how I run my BrickLink store. I know, like I said, each person is going to be different. You know, you might have more room, you might have less room, you might not want to get to 100,000 pieces or whatever. And I mean, to be honest with you, this is just a way for me to get a lot of pieces that I have access to in my own store. The more I have, the less I have to order. The more I have right at my fingertips when I'm building, and I can easily access it through my online, you know, BrickLink inventory. But I look forward to hearing how you guys run your BrickLink store, if you ever order from BrickLink or not. I do want to tell you, I do have my sig fig in my store. You can buy that. I have a whole drawer full. So that's basically how I do my BrickLink store. Like I said multiple times in the video, each person's going to do it differently, but I really do think the stack-ons is the best way to do it. And like I said, if you plan on scaling up and going big, I think one lot, one drawer, or one location is the best way to do it too, because like I said, I run into a lot of problems when I have 5, 6 different things in one drawer and I had to try to add more stuff to it. It's just a pain. But I look forward to hearing how you guys do your store. If you do want anything from a BrickLink store, the name of it is Afol Man. My username on BrickLink is Lego Man Afol. And I'll put a link probably right here on the screen. You can click on it. Go check out my BrickLink store. And again, guys, thanks for watching. Hit that thumbs up button if you enjoyed it. And check out some of my other videos. Check out my Lego City. Check out all my videos. Talk to y'all later. Bye.